Hi, Karl again. Thanks for stopping by. I really want to say I appreciate how much you're stopping by and taking a look at the things that we're doing here on our channel here at Realty Executives Tucson Elite. It's been really great hearing your comments in the hallways, and it's been very helpful to me to go through this material with you, interview some of the people that we've interviewed, talk to some of the people that we've talked to, and learn the things that we can. It's been really great for me when people like Connie Wilson come up and say, hey, look, I saw the channel. By the way, here's something that you probably want to put on there because I think other people would see it too. So if you happen to know of a video that you see on YouTube or a particular subject that you'd like to cover, then feel free to drop me an email at kkrentzel@realtyexecutives.com. That's KKRENTZEL at realtyexecutives.com, and I'll be sure to cover that for you as well. So anyway, let's get back to some of the subjects that we've been discussing about how to add 25 transactions to your production this year. There's a couple things, since you're going to be adding a lot of transactions here. Basically, this is going to be something that's going to be pretty involved, and you're going to need to make it as comfortable as possible. And so let's try and look at some of the ideas that Mike's giving us that'll make it a little bit of an easier transition from becoming a regular producer into a top producing agent. The first thing that Mike said, look, being uncomfortable, okay, causes us to grow and brings us back to reality, okay? So being uncomfortable. See, when you start getting into this business, all right, and you start doing a lot of transactions, you're going to be doing a lot of things that maybe you're not comfortable with. Maybe a lot of things that are going to cause you a little bit of concern or cause for pause, and you have to wonder if what you're doing is really right. And just remember that being uncomfortable is part of this. You're going to be stepping out of really what's normal for the industry. Remember, this industry, okay, has 4 deals per person on average. You're going to be talking to doing 25, 26, 30 or more. And quite frankly, when you're starting to do that kind of business, it's going to get a little bit uncomfortable. And Mike says that it brings us back to reality, okay? This self-education, okay, is sometimes uncomfortable for us. So we just got to get used to it. The next thing that Mike says is we got to come to grips with a couple factors. The first thing is that if you're going to be doing 25 deals extra this year, or maybe for the first time 25 total this year, okay, you're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot of times, all right? And you're going to lose for a lot of reasons, all right? And here's just some of the reasons why you're going to lose. The first thing, okay, you're going to get out-bonded. Out-bonded, okay? Essentially what we're talking about here is you're going to come across those agents that for some reason or another, they just mix with that guy. Okay, they just meet with that seller and they love each other. Everything's wonderful. Oh, it's just wonderful. I've got a dog just like that. I golf at the same golf course, you know, things of that nature. And you're going to lose. It's just the way it works, okay? Then the second reason why you're going to lose is you're going to get outpriced. Outpriced. You see, when you're dealing with people in this market especially, remember that people are a lot like animals in many respects. When they start seeing their income shrinking, they will do anything and everything, like a bear with their cubs, to protect their income, to protect the food going to the cub, okay? So they're going to do and say anything they can to try and win. And that will include outpricing a home. You know it's going to sell for $100,000, but some other agent comes in there and says, "Oh, I can get you $150,000, no sweat." It's just going to happen. Okay, you got to get used to it. The next thing, you're going to get out-commissioned. All right. When you start getting looked at as a commodity, okay, with this Walmartized agents, all right, you're going to be facing a lot of agents out there who are willing to drop their commissions. The thing that's going to set you apart is making yourself more valuable in their eyes by having more services, by having more value, by having a lot more experience, by having a lot more skills. Those are the things that are going to set you apart and make you a better agent. But remember that a lot of times you just can't change it. Somebody's going to have it in their head they want a 4% agent, and you're just not going to go that low, and you're going to lose. And that's just the way it works, okay? Sometimes you're going to lose because you get outmarketed. Those are the agents who are going to be going out there and putting their homes on every single ad, every single magazine, 5 times a week in the paper, holding open houses 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. You're going to have people who are just going to go out there and outmarket you, all right? And that's just another reason why you're going to lose. Another time, you can come up to people and you're going to end up losing because you just flat out, you did a poor job. When you had that chance, when you were in front of that seller, when you were in front of that buyer, and you were ready to go ahead and make it happen, all right? You just didn't know your skills. You just didn't know what to do. You didn't know what to say, and you just flat out blew it, okay? And that's just the way it works. But if you're going to lose, okay, you got to remember that these are most of the reasons why. So you want to try and eliminate as many of those as possible so you won't lose as often, okay? Now, that being said, to maximize your confidence, okay, when you're in that selling situation, you need to learn the scripts as soon as possible. Because it is true, when you're talking to a seller, all right, or a buyer for that matter, knowledge equals confidence. Ignorance equals fear. All right, let me try that again. Knowledge equals confidence, and ignorance equals fear. If you do not know what to say, okay, you're going to be unconfident. If you're unconfident, they will not hire you. I mean, think about it. Look, this is most likely the greatest thing that they will either buy or sell in their lifetime. We're talking about $15,000, $20,000 worth of commissions on the line. There's not too many chances that they're going to give it to somebody who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. So remember, you have to learn the scripts. You have to learn what to say in that selling moment, okay? Now listen, the question is, can I mentally and emotionally, all right? Stop right there for a minute. Can I mentally and emotionally adjust to the success that I can have when I follow the scripts and when I follow the system that we're teaching here? Now look, I want you to be very, very clear on this point, okay? The stuff that I'm teaching you is nothing that I created. It's just not. This is the Mike Ferry system. And Mike Ferry has taught this system for over 35 years to some of the best agents in North America. And some of these agents have had phenomenal success when they've applied it. And this success can be yours as well. But the problem is, can you make that mental and emotional adjustment when it comes time to go ahead and do what you need to do? Because quite frankly, if you're accustomed to coming from a job where you're making maybe $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, $35,000 a year, and then you come in like myself as a high school graduate, all right, I don't have a whole lot of special education, well, probably special education, but when you don't have a whole lot of extra intelligence, let's just put it that way, and now you're making more money, okay, than the principal of your high school. You're making more money than an airline pilot. You're making $200,000, $300,000. Can you make that mental and emotional jump? And is that going to be something that's going to pose a really big problem for you? A lot of folks, it is. Because let's just take a quick minute to examine this. I'm going to be personal with you. My big brother, all right? Big brother. I idolized him. I thought he was the greatest guy on earth, and I still do. He's a great guy, all right? Don't get me wrong. But when I started making more money than he did, when I started making more money than my dad did, I had to come up this mental jump. I had to come to this place in my head and understand that it's okay for me to make this kind of money. That it's all right, that that's what they want me to do. They want me to do well. And there's not everybody in your life is going to feel that way. Some people in your life are just frankly not going to be okay with you making that kind of money. And they will sabotage you at every single turn. But the question is their criticism worth your failure? You have to ask yourself this. Are you mentally tough enough and emotionally ready enough for you to go ahead and make the kind of money you say you want? So That's only a question you can answer for yourself. But what I can tell you is this: if you start following the Mike Ferry system and the things that we're teaching you here, I guarantee you, if you work, it will work. You have a wonderful day. If you like what we had to say, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment on the questions below. Thanks a lot, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.